Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the 5-Minute Major, where we debate the hottest topics in sports. And I can't imagine that there's a hotter topic in sports right now than the Olympic Games in Vancouver. And we've got on the phone line Paul Friesen out in, sunny Vancouver? I bet not. Probably rainy Vancouver, Paul.
Yeah, rainy Vancouver today, and it's supposed to be for the next 7 or 8 days straight. Lovely.
Holy cow.
But warm, but incredibly warm. 9 degrees yesterday under sunshine. Today, 8 or so under cloud. I don't know how they're going to do anything in the slopes, but up in Whistler they're okay. But the big story, of course, is Cypress Mountain in Vancouver, where some of the other skiing events, the freestyle and stuff is going on. And the lengths they're going to keep snow on that mountain are just amazing. I mean, I haven't been up there yet, but first they trucked it in and helicoptered it in, and then they buried some pipes with Freon in them or something under the snow, and not to mention a hay bale, straw bale base. So they're just, I don't know what they're spending.
You're going to have to bring in Hans Wuthricht from the curling.
You should bring him in.
He knows how to deal with humidity, if there's one thing.
Yeah. You know, I did some touring around today just on my media bus, and the grass everywhere is green. It's midsummer green. This does not feel like a winter games at all.
Well, what kind of impression are people getting? The media who've arrived must be somewhat shocked by it from other parts of the world that this is a winter games.
Well, I heard one person say they could have the world skiing water ski championships here at the same time that they're having the winter games. Someone else was saying they could be the summer and winter games in the same city at the same time. It's just bizarre that way. But I'm sure that for the cameras, for the TV cameras, the slopes will all be nice and white, and you won't even get a little peek at the green grass just next to the hill. So I'm sure it's costing more than they expected to keep those slopes ready, but it'll probably be well covered because they got every contingency plan known to mankind here.
No doubt. Kirk, how are you liking all the hype for these Olympics so far?
Yeah, it's good so far. We got hockey and speed skating, of course, in Manitoba will be big. And
best chances for medals, anyways. I would say.
Yeah, that's. I mean, from a Manitoba perspective, I guess that's probably what I'm looking forward to. But there's there's all these other sports out there that only about 12 people in the world do, and the top 3 will get medals.
Like what, skeleton?
Yeah, well, skeleton's one of them, although maybe 14.
I think Kirk's actually trying to be critical here, but with a smile on his face.
I'm trying to be nice because the Olympics are a great thing, and I don't know, there's too many winter sports out there that just not enough people do,
Yeah, they do them in Europe, I guess.
I guess.
Only a pretty limited amount of the world can do them.
That's true,
right?
too. That's true, too.
You got to have snow.
But, there's so many.
Like in Vancouver, somehow they get to do it.
I know.
Without snow.
The thing is, I always say this going into the Olympics, and then I'm the guy up at 4 in the morning still watching double luge, and if that's even a sport, and ski cross and all that stuff. And I know, Friesen, you'll be just all over this stuff. So
How are the venues looking, Paul? You've been to a couple of them?
Yeah, they look great. That speed skating oval is spectacular. Built at a cost of more than $100 million, combined with another rec complex, I think. That's probably the only one I've seen yet, but they've spent so much money here on the mall. I'm sure they'll be spectacular.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic. I mean, obviously, they've put in a ridiculous amount of money in this. They've known for 8-9 years, whatever, that this was coming. And it's a very big deal for Vancouver. It's a very big deal for Canada. You just have to hope that this country does what it's been planning to do and does well on the podium. There's a lot of expectation coming in this year, maybe to even win the medal count. Paul, what do you think? Is there any chance that's going to happen?
Well, sure, there is a chance of that, I think. They were third in Turin 4 years ago and have poured money in, $117 million over the last 4 years to try to get over the top. And hey, that money helps. Money can buy medals. It buys you coaching. It buys you physiotherapists. It buys you travel to the world's best events. So that should all pay off here. Whether it's number 1 overall medal count or what, that's so many things can happen. But I think we're going to see a very strong Canadian team, and led by these speed skaters. I mean, they're really confident coming in. Christine Nesbitt of Ontario was saying yesterday, we won 2 golds in Turin. We can do better than that. And she had this little grin on her face, knowing that this team is ready for for its best medal performance yet, and that'll probably be the highlight where most of the medals are won, and I'll be there for much of it. Is the speed skating, short and long track. So looking forward to it.
Hope you enjoy it, and I think it would be a great boost to this country because we are somewhat of a defeatist country. We're pessimistic. There's no doubt about it. It would be a great boost to this country if we can win the medal standings. It would be an even bigger boost if we can win the Olympic hockey gold medal. And I think that maybe people wouldn't even care so much about the medal standings as long as they win that. And that happens on, I think, the last day of the Olympics. So no matter what, there's going to be that to look forward to.
Yeah, and the hockey does tend to overshadow things, and I asked a couple of the short trackers today if there's any resentment among athletes, and they said, "Oh no, we're looking forward to meeting the players in the athletes' village." And the one girl I asked said she really wanted to meet Sidney Crosby, and they're fans like everybody else, So that's one of the thrills for these athletes who toil in obscurity most of the time. They can rub shoulders with the multi-millionaires of the hockey team when they get here.
All right, Paul, thanks very much. I hope you have a great time out there in Vancouver and do a good job for us. Kirk Penton, thank you very much, and thank you for joining us on the 5 Minute Major. We'll talk to you again next week.
Bye-bye.